Yaga yo, yeah. This is a so solid criminal gangster production. Listen, cause we don't play games, you know. Trust me. Ha, ha. Yo, this is a so solid criminal gangster production. Listen, cause we don't play games, you know. Trust me. Ha, ha. Oh Lord, people. Hold on. We live on IG right now, family. As you know, it's Monday. Monday's all about Ma'at, family. Monday's all about the Ma'at lifestyle. We coming to you with conversations dealing specifically with Ma'at, spiritual health, family. I want to speak to your spirit right now. I want to talk to your energy right now. I want to lift up the vibration right now, family, because it's a lot out here in these streets, family. So, you know, we never want to take for granted the life that we have, the life that we're living, and the life that we're born to experience, family. So what I want you to do right now, if you woke up this rising, yes, if you woke up this rising, family, I need you to look in your eyes and tell yourself, I'm a winner, I've won. I know, family, it seems like a given. Every day we wake up, millions, billions of other people are waking up. But family, here's another fact. Millions of people ain't waking up. Millions of people checked out today. You see what I'm saying? There's war going on. There's genocide happening. There's kids dying in the streets. There's so much different things that are getting at us in this life, family. If you woke up in a safe house, with food in your fridge, you know what I'm saying? With peace in your bedroom, with clothing, with shelter, then family, you're doing all right. You get what I'm saying? Now hear what? Today, I want to speak on matters of the new year, the Netta new year that's coming up. And anybody who's got any questions, please, definitely run that in the comment section for me. But family, this is a beautiful time, and I personally have lost a lot of people in these last 2 months. And for me, to be honest with you, that is very unfamiliar for me in what I'm used to and what I'm used to experiencing. I've never lost this amount of people in this short space of time. It's incredibly overwhelming. It's been incredibly tumultuous, and it's just humbled me again to the flippant and very flimsy nature of life itself. And I, for one, do not want to waste any more time in sharing, in expressing the key fundamental things that are important to me. And again, I feel like I do that anyway, but it's just brought it home tenfold, you know. And you know, we say 2024, but really and truly, family, what 2024 represents has not even come into full fruition yet. You know, we're really going to see what this year is about come March, end of March, towards the end of March, Easter, as the natural new year starts to begin, as spring starts to unfold, we're going to start seeing the actual rhythm of the year that we're on. This is the part of the year where you're going to see the things you've been doing in the dark come to light. The thing, I mean that in a very positive way, actually. The things that you've been doing behind closed doors, the things that you've been cultivating, the shadow work, as we call it, that you've been doing, the fruits of shadow work. We always talk about going into shadow work. We always talking about, you know, going deep within self and addressing those demons, and like cutting ourselves off from things that are no longer serving us. We talk about them things a lot, but we don't often talk about what the benefits that are yielded from doing such things, family. And this is actually what we want to get into today, family, because come the Netta New Year, which is end of March, beginning of April, you're going to be seeing all the stuff you've been doing behind closed doors start to bear their fruits. And in as the world would have it, this is the time where it feels the most darkest. This is the time where a lot more distractions are going to come your way. A lot more things that are going to deplete your energy are going to come up in the ether, in the energies of the world. A lot more narratives that are going to scare you and put you in fear. There's an election going on in America. There's wars going on in the other side of the world. There's crazy things happening in the streets. People are dying all around, friends and family. So there's a lot of things in this season, January, February, March, that are coming in to sap your energy, put fear into your mind, and therefore stunting your ability to actually allow the might and divine force of the Most High to come through you and really affect change. Remember, you are in your game. You're the only one who can play your game. One more time, you're the only one, despite what you see out there from everyone else, despite what you see me doing or a next person doing, despite what someone else is going through, the losses and the wins of someone else is someone else's. You're the only one who can play your game. You see? And so while, yes, there's madness going on in the world, you have to look within your world, your framework, and understand what's going on in your environment. If you want to change anything out there in the world, family, you have to... I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. I didn't mean to go into that, but that's real. Real talk. You're the only one in your game, which means you cannot play anyone else's game. No matter how sexy or dire it looks, you're the only one who could play your game. So whatever you want to affect in the world has to come from within yourself. You have to start with the man in the mirror, as the Messiah MJ said. You gotta say it. MJ said it. You have to start with the man in the mirror. But family, why that message is so important is because your vital energy, your life force energy, your chi, your ashe, yes, your ra, yeah, that energy that you have is the very superpower, very tool that you've been given to affect and channel a world exactly how you imagine it. Now, watch this. If your mind is at odds with that energy, you're gonna be a restrictive force against that energy as it comes forward. Again, just like when someone puts sunscreen on their skin, they put sunscreen on their skin to block the UV rays, the natural rays that are coming from the sun. Yes, so the sunscreen acts as a restrictive force, right, to the natural force that's coming from the sun. What am I talking about? I'm saying that come this Neta New Year, which is March, April, the spring equinox, there's going to be a huge amount of divine energy coming your way, right? As a person of nature, you and nature operate on the same rhythm. So as the flowers begin to bloom, so will you. As the plants begin to bear fruits, so will you. As the animals come out of hibernation, so will you. You see what I'm saying? As the rabbits get to humping and bumping, so will you. You get what I'm saying? And so in the same manner is that you want, when your energy is naturally coming forward, naturally coming into fruition, you want yourself to be in the best position to channel that energy for your highest intentions. You don't want to be in a space where the energy's coming up and all you're doing is battling people. All you're doing is complaining. All you're doing is amplifying activities that represent your lower nature or an aspect of yourself that you no longer wish to participate in. Do you see what I'm saying? Put a flame if you're in the game, family. I don't like talking to myself because I can do that offline, right? So tell me if you're getting what I'm saying, if you're feeling, understanding, comprehending what I'm saying. And if you don't, please tell me, emphasize. If you MIKEL, what the hell are you talking about? If you don't know what I'm saying, say, what the hell are you talking about? I don't understand. You're chatting shit. Make more sense, Ruboy. I need that if that's the case. But if you're with me, put a flame if you're in the game, family. I'm saying that naturally, it's like, how do I say it? We channel energy, right? When the sun shines and we get that solar energy, we create light bulbs that channel solar energy into electricity. Yes, we channel it as our fluorescent light bulbs. We channel it as, these cool little gadgets we use as podcasters. We channel the natural resource to serve the very things that we want to create in our lives. Like laptops, music, microphones, cameras, rare. Some people use the same energy. This is what you got to understand about life, family. It's a game, and you can play it how you want, but you will answer for everything you play. Every hand you play, you will have to answer for it in the next hand. So it's up to you. Bare people use the energy of the sun for evil. Bare people do it. You see? And some people have a predisposition to exercise their evil. Yes? You and I are not in that game for the most part. Yes? This is why we find it so hard as Ma'atshan people, and people who are spiritually inclined, we find it so hard to participate in some of the things of this world that everyone seems to just go along and get along with. It's difficult. How you not do that? How you not deal with people like that? Nah, we're part of a different crowd. We're part of a different game. How we are supposed to be channeling this powerful solar energy, family. How we're supposed to be channeling it is different. And so that requires a different curriculum. And this is why you always hear me banging on about Ma'at, family, because Ma'at is just going to reveal our spiritual game, the one that will allow us to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful on our own terms. And there's never been a time in history that is more aligned to be a Martian, family, yeah? So check this out. Again, I'll reiterate my point. It's March soon. I got a challenge for you. It's March. I have a challenge for you, please. And for those of you who are join our Monday Ma'at class, we're going to be doing this together. For those of you who are coaching with me, we're going to be doing this together. But even if you're just listening, I got a challenge for you. Yeah? I got a challenge for you. When March hits, woo, what we got? March, April, May. Yeah? March, April, May. They say 21 days, family, and just give me 3 weeks. Just give me 3 weeks. Not 3 weeks, 3 months. Just give me a season. How do we join the class? Click the link in the bio, sis, and go to the spiritual game. Yes, the spiritual game. It's only £21 a month. Yes, and I'm with you every week, once a week, every Monday evening, and we're going in, right? And March is coming. We're getting into a deeper aspect of the spiritual game. One of my passions right now is showing people how to use their chosen career path, their natural inclinations. That means that energy resource they have, all that dark shit, right? And some of that light shit, how to use that with their talents and gifts for answering their spiritual calling. That is the spiritual game. And if you're interested in understanding how to use your talents, your gift, your natural inclinations, the positive and negative ones, in accordance with working out your spiritual path, then join that class, the spiritual game. But what I'm saying is, here it is, March. Yeah? March is coming. I need you to do this. Please, here's my challenge to you this March. As soon as day one hits, we all like a little race. As soon as day one hits, I need you to, because we're leading up to Easter, right? Easter is when the new year actually begins. That means there is a flood of energy coming your way. So what we're going to be using March to do is prepare our bodies, yes? We're going to prepare our bodies to channel that energy when it comes. There's no point. Like you got a race when Usain Bolt wants to run a marathon. Not a marathon. He don't run marathon. Well, when you want to run a marathon, or when Usain Bolt wants to beat the world record, you don't just show up to the Olympics, bro. You train for the Olympics. You train for the game you're about to play. You train for the competition that you're in. And I'm saying, there is a spiritual game that's going to begin at the end of March. Starting from Easter. And I'm saying, use the beginning of March to prepare yourself to channel that energy in the direction of your highest intentions. It's coming, you will receive it anyway. But if you ain't on a rhythm that is complementary to your highest intentions, then it's going to be a waste of time. Yes, and this happens all the time. This is why during this time the world gets more intense with its messages. Things look a bit more dark. The tricksters out here tricking. You see, and we can lose our sense of self during this time, family. I need you, when March hits, to double down on your love service. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight on the spiritual game, family. Your love service. What is the thing that you do that, regardless of money, regardless of circumstance, regardless of who's watching, this is the thing that you love to do? That love service is going to be your energetic resource to tap into your highest intentions. This is your deepest prayer for yourself. Your highest intentions is your deepest prayer for yourself over your life. Like if you knew God was listening, you get what I'm saying? Let's run with it. If you knew God was if you knew like God is here and your ancestors were just sitting in a circle, folding their arms and listening. Say, what's MIKEL want right now? What would your prayer be? You'd be so delicate. You're like, listen, everything you say is going to come. So be mindful. What is it? Now, of course, with your immediate needs, you're gonna lean in the material. God, listen, listen. I need that 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? Yo, God, let me just get a car. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? Yo, I pray I just get this job. You know what I'm saying? Wherever it is, or I pray my business takes off. Let's talk real talk. Ain't no one praying for a job. I pray my business takes off. New clients. Rare-te-te. Yeah? I just want to feel the love. I want to feel useful and power. Whatever your prayer is. But when you know they're listening, you're like, yo, I'm praying for peace. I just want abundance in my life. I want to be impactful to other people. You know? I want to use the gifts that you've given me. Rare-te-te, whatever it is, yeah? This season, I need you to dedicate every single day. And this is a challenge. Dedicate every single day to your love service. Don't go one single day in March. It's going to be easier when Easter comes. It's going to be easier to keep it going. But the challenge is in March. The challenge is in March. It should be right now. Do it right now. Do it right now. Do it right now. Do it right now, yeah? But like, March, don't let March come and the energy you ain't found on your shit. So I need you to a rhythm that you see throughout the entire March. Yeah? The entire season of March leading into Easter, I need you to develop a daily habit, a weekly habit, yes, a bi-weekly habit, a monthly habit, which leads into your quarterly and your annual habits, right? What does that look like? Okay, boom. Every Monday we're fasting. For example, you don't have to follow me. I'm just giving you an example. Every Monday we're fasting. Every morning, 6 a.m., we're going for runs. We're doing Cesarrojo. Every Monday evening I'm teaching. Every Friday we're out on the streets performing. You get what I'm saying? Every Sunday we're doing Cesarrojo with families. You get what I'm saying? Every Friday evening or every Thursday evening we're doing private Cesarrojo classes on rhythm and breath meditation. You get what I'm saying? What's your rhythm? I need you to have a rhythm. That's mine, for example. You get what I'm saying? Every Saturday when we're mixing and mastering in the studio. Whatever it is, every morning you need to set your rhythm. And don't leave it at all. Energy must meet you on rhythm. Energy must meet you on rhythm. Yeah? Because see, like how I want to explain this better. Nah. You don't need to ask me some questions. Here you go. Do you ever sit down and meditate, or is movement the only way you meditate? Of course I sit down and meditate. I sit down and meditate after I finish moving. You get what I'm saying? You get what I mean? So, Cesar Rojo, for example, you see, when we go to sit down to meditate, do you know what it is, family? I'm gonna be real with you, yeah. I had opened up some classes for people to learn rhythm and breath meditation, but the last one I did, no one showed up. So I might go back to online and just doing it by myself and showing you videos, because I don't think people are ready. You get what I'm saying? But that aside, right? The rhythm and breath meditation we do in Cesar Rojo is literally about, it's a form of channeling. So by the time it's a step in between that meditation that you see that we all know, which is sitting down and aligned, and you know what I'm saying? And now we're just downloading. But in order to really get to that space without your mind doing a madness, Cesar Rojo is advised so that we can open up our channels, dispel everything that's attached to us. You got to remember, yeah, we sit kind of all the time with technology and electricity being farmed towards our body. We're constantly, even now as I'm talking to you, I got my big camera here, my phone here, my laptop here, my Rodecaster, my Bose speaker, this other laptop here, all kind of electricity, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. We're constantly being, this body's constantly being fed static, you see. And so when we go into Cesar Rojo, we're throwing off all of that energy and allowing ourselves to find a space of neutrality within ourselves through movement. What happens in that space is we can go into a trance where our body is now been given a repetition that it doesn't have to think about. So now our mind can go into another state where it's more receptive to higher wisdom. Doing that to the state of exhaustion, for lack of a better word, you don't have to be exhausted, but it's like you feel it. It's like, you know, we talk about breath work. Well, if you dance, yeah, and you're really going in, you're gonna need to breathe, and so breath work becomes a logical deduction after Cesar Rojo. And again, you're wanting to slow the heart rate back down because you've worked it up through the game. As you slow it down, you're gonna naturally go deeper breath. In that, you're going to harmonize the mind and the body, and you're going to put your body now in the same receptive state as your brain is now in. And in that, you can sit down very still, very quiet, in absolute silence, and go into a complete trance in stillness. That is the format that I present for meditation, you see, especially daily. There's going to be some times you could just go into that space easily, and other times not. And so Cesar Rojo becomes a really powerful tool for that transition. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, but again, that is one of the games that I play and one that I'm encouraging. But overall, this message is about your rhythm for the new year, family. We talk about, or I talk about heaven being a state of consciousness, heaven being a experience that we give ourselves on a daily basis. How do we do that if we are not using our vital energy. Don't let me go in. How do we do that if we're not using our vital energy to communicate with the world every day? It doesn't make sense to me, and it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. We've been given, like, I get a lot of people coming to me about sex and sexuality and sexual energy. Yeah? It's a big topic that people on their spiritual path, which is all of us anyway, but people who are conscious on their spiritual path are really wanting to understand how to channel their sexual essence in a way that's actually profound in their life, a way that's actually empowering and not degrading. And one of the things we really have to come to terms with is that this energy we've been given is literally for the purpose of creating unimaginable worlds and experiences. The same energy that brings life, like fashion and form, like to all my people who got children. Do you remember when you had sex? Do you remember? Do you remember when you had sex for your child? I don't know. Do you remember that? Do you remember the day you had sex that produced a child that is now running around chatting shit to you? Do you remember it? If you do you know how mad that is when you think about it? Like, you was doing your thing, right? Because I remember the moment. And I'm like, that very simple, you know what I'm saying? That very simple act has such a transformative power. It's so mad. And then, daddy, look, Cesaro, daddy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I remember where you was, bro. I remember where you came from. I remember what position it all went down in. You guys? And so, like, that's a power that you walk with on a daily basis. That's a power that you walk with on a daily basis. You get what I'm saying? And especially talking to the man them now, right? Like, we've got a serious command on reality shifting powers. That's what sits on the outside of us. In one, I'm gonna get deep. So if this is TMI, you might have to click that unsubscribe button right now. You gotta say it, but like, in one ejaculation, there's it's like 500 million sperm in one ejaculation. One. Now, obviously, and watch this. Here's where sisters need to have a lot of empathy for men. The cycle that you go through on a monthly basis, your sexual cycle, your reproductive cycle, the thing that you go through on a monthly basis, men go through that daily. You know what I'm saying? We go through that daily. Daily, that production happens. Daily, that generative power is constantly irking us. Now, we have very uncouthly, you know what I'm saying? We have uncouthly misinterpreted that generative power as the need to constantly have sex. And it's because of the limited way that we define sex and sexuality why that becomes somewhat of a logical deduction. But that constant production of life force essence, right? That constant production of chi, that constant production of ra, that power that we are constantly generating is to design world. It's to design world. It's to evolve self and design world. Evolve self, design world. Evolve self and design world. You see what I'm saying? And so a new curriculum, again, this is again. So if you guys want to tap in every Monday evening, including tonight, click the link in the bio. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, we go in on the spiritual game. But a new curriculum of understanding that power is so vital. And an exercise, this is what rhythm and breath meditation is all about. The Cesarrojo meditation that we do is about cultivating that power for self-love. It's an exercise. It's a meditation exercise that helps to cultivate that power so you can feel that energy in yourself. You can feel that life force energy in yourself, that overwhelming power in yourself. You see, a lot of the times, I love this conversation. It's gone into a different kind of category, but I'm gonna get back. It's gone a different category, but a lot of the times we don't. The only time I feel it for bros, man. I feel it for men. I feel it for my brothers. I feel it. Here's why I feel it for bros. We've been cultured to think that the only time women activate that power, right? Because they activate that power because they have our essence. But that power is not for them. It's for us. You see? And because of the way men have been cultured, a lot of men do not have a holistic relationship with their own feminine nature to experience that power outside of connecting with a woman. And this is why sex and the chase of a woman becomes so much more potent and somewhat more aggressive, if you will. That's always a man's nature to do that. That's like a natural thing. But the level of the level of disrespect that goes into that, the level of objectification that goes into that, the conquest of having sex with a woman that arouses you in that way is not natural. And it's very uncouth, and it represents the lack of culture that we've been given to understand that part of ourselves. It's so important that we develop, especially for our own healing and the healing of our families. It's very important we develop a relationship with that feminine part of ourselves that's going to allow us to experience that energy that is activated by women, but it's not exclusive to them. Experience that energy within ourselves. Because what it naturally does, it's like, how can I explain it? It's like, you know, like this is sick analogy. You know, someone goes to be baptized, yeah? You know, someone goes to be baptized. They could be the thuggiest of thugs. You know what I'm saying? If a thug, anyone goes to be baptized, I've never been baptized. I've just watched it, right? But you see when someone goes to be baptized, that moment you've been baptized, the program, you know you're in a church, you're with a pastor that you trust, your family's there, you know what I'm saying, this is holy water, you know what I'm saying, it's been blessed by Jesus, you know what I'm saying, and your intentions for being there is to come into the house of the Lord, you get what I'm saying, and when you do that and you go roof, 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 and you come out of the water and you're like, whoo, you know what I'm saying, roof, but whatever they say, Mother, Son, Holy Spirit, rah, 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 rah. And your name is John now. You know what I'm saying? That stuff, how you feel after that, when you're like, wow, I feel like a new human being. I feel blessed. Oh, I'm buzzing. I'm resonating. My whole body, wow, I can feel the power of the Holy Spirit within me. Oh my God, Jesus is real. Jesus is alive. And please don't take my animation for mockery. I'm not mocking. I'm just guiding you to a point, right? Yeah, but I feel alive. Jesus, Holy Spirit. Whew. You know what I'm saying? That thing is what happens when you cultivate that sexual energy in yourself. That's what I'm talking about. You naturally become a more receptive, empathetic, open-hearted, loving Martian. You become a Martian. You literally become a Martian, right? It's you can't not feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I really want, and I'm seeing it, more and more. I just really want that to become a culture, because it really helps with understanding how to channel our vital energy in our favor. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not a replacement for going inside the fashionettes. Nothing's gonna beat the inside the temple of a woman. You get what I'm saying? Nothing can beat that. You know what I'm saying? When you knock that door and you enter into the house of the Lord, the feminine Lord. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can really beat that experience. But what the cultivation of that energy does is actually make you appreciate that space a lot more. It really helps you take your time. It's like, ooh, because once you feel that energy within yourself, you're like, whoa, this entity walks around with that. You know what I'm saying? Us men, we got to bring it from the outside and we got to bring it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, you just take your time a little more. You respect it. You know what I'm saying? You recognize you're in a temple. You just want to, I heard Baba Credo Mutwa talk about how in Zulu culture, they teach foreplay. You have to do foreplay for at least 1 hour before you enter into the woman. You know what I'm saying? And in the same culture, they teach, Chezoroho, how to use movement for trance. You get what I'm saying? So all of that to say, the calling right now is to take very big care of our energy. Be very, not mindful, very practical and intentional, and create a rhythm around your energy, family. Don't allow anyone to steal that shit in any direction. I don't care what anyone is on. If the smoke that you're bringing to them isn't representing of your greatest excitement and your highest intentions, let them go. You get what I'm saying? Let them go. Because we don't have time to use our vital energy for dumb shit. We don't. And so, yes, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult. But I'm encouraging you all. And this is why we have the spiritual game every Monday evening, where we talk about this. I do go one-to-one with everyone. We do practical solutions. I break down the laws of Ma'at and how this reflects how we can use these to cultivate our energy. And, through understanding the laws of Ma'at, it's really going to allow you to set up rhythms for yourself that will guide you in your day-to-day path. So yeah, this is what we're on, because the new year's coming. Life is moving mad. People are going through a lot, but we must stay. We gotta stay focused, brothers and sisters. Stay focused. We gotta stay focused. And that's not a here thing. It's not a here thing. It's to show up for the shit you need to do. That's really what it is. Show up. What is it? Just show up. Forget about what your mind is saying. The mind needs a break, because we just plug in. Like, think about all the shit you looked at before you got on this live, and then all the stuff you're gonna look at right after you get off this live. Our mind is constantly it's overwhelmed. Have you ever, tell me, put a 1 in the comments if you've ever been on Instagram, decided you no longer want to be looking at Instagram, come off Instagram, only to scroll and go back on Instagram as if it was another app. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, like you're on Instagram, you're scrolling, you're like, oh, why am I scrolling? Let me go do something else. You jump off the platform, swipe for other apps, and end up right back on Instagram like it was an alley-oop. You just took one breath and went back right back on. It's a dangerous experience. And the mind is being colonized, you know? So the most important thing for us to do now is to set up rhythms for ourselves that we just show up for. Just show up. Sister said, I set a timer, but that didn't work. Exactly. What you want to do now is, for me, I'm on some if you can't beat them, join them type shit. You see? And so what I do is use Instagram to program you. Since you're already this is only going to get wilder, you know, like they just came out with the Apple Vision Pro and that's the first of its kind. AI is moving mad. This is it. In a couple years time, I could generate this whole live without me even being on it. I'm going to be sitting in Africa somewhere, very quiet, minding my offline business, and I'm just going to run AI generated versions of myself on repeat. I'm going to take all my content and just create an avatar, and then I'm just going to go offline, and I'm just going to be walking naked in the motherland, minding my business, eating fruits and collecting these digital checks. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You be like, yeah, I saw you. You was online yesterday. I was like, I was? You know? But all of that to say, family, all of that to say, you got to use these things to program your world as well. If you can't get off the phone, let the phone remind you of all the shit that you need to be doing. You get what I'm saying? And this is where the algorithm comes in. And I've said this before, you've heard me say it before, but use the algorithm to program your life. So search for stuff. If you're on Instagram, like stuff that you're supposed to be liking. Watch the stuff that you're supposed to be watching. Share the stuff that you're supposed to be, that reflect your highest intentions. Therefore, when you jump on the app or third-party apps, they're all going to be telling you about stuff that you're actually interested in and want to do. You get what I'm saying? And then create other rhythms that allow you to put into practice the very things, the information that you're being fed, family. But yeah, it's definitely a different time for our brain, heart, intelligence. I'm going to stop talking because I want some questions now. Put some questions in the question box. For those of you, while you're coming up with questions, for those of you who want to join me. Also, family, I'm doing one-on-ones. One-on-one. So we have the group sessions we do every Monday evening, but if you want a one-on-one with me, where I'm literally personally helping you with your spiritual health journey, that means branding, that means your career, that means shadow work, that means life path, that means network and resources. If you want that kind of personal help, holla at your boy. You get what I'm saying? Because we're getting in the game and March is just around the corner, and the new year, which is the end of March, is also around the corner. So let's do some questions whilst we're here, please, and thank you. Please put some questions out there for your brother. Put any questions or observations you have, put that in the question box. I think I got like 15 minutes, and then yeah, we'll keep it moving, family. Let's go with it. Let's get it cracking. It's a very interesting time we're living in, and how can I put this into a frame? You see, I love technology. I want to talk to you guys. I really, I want to talk to you guys because there's things that are trying to come. Here's what I want to say. So there's things that's trying to come through you, and it's being restricted by your belief system. There's things that's trying to come through you, but it's being restricted by your belief system. There's inventions, innovations, there is concepts, there is new world understanding, there is spiritual perspective, there is cosmic wisdom, there is a lot that is coming to you and is being restricted by your definitions of self. You don't trust yourself. We don't trust ourselves. We've been literally programmed not to trust ourselves, not to trust that voice in our hearts. We've also been programmed to believe that mistakes and failures are sit in the same box as sin. You get what I'm saying? Failing is a virtue. Getting it wrong is a virtue. And to be brave enough to step out and use your willpower to do what's on your heart and get it wrong or not get it right, you're not supposed to get it right. Anything you're trying to master, in fact, you need to get it wrong hundreds and hundreds of times before you master it. That's how you become a master. So I'm saying the rebel today is like rebelling against the program that your mind has been put upon. One of the most powerful ways to assist in doing that is with the children. If you've got children around you, don't put your shit onto them. Don't put your definitions onto them. Your mild and jaded and deluded, toxic definitions of the world. All your shit and funk that they ain't even been through is going on to them. Let them guide you. Just protect their imagination, protect their creativity, protect their interests. Just don't let them kill themselves. You get it? You know what I said? But let them go wildly and boldly in the directions because, so what, you know it's wrong. Let them walk out of the mud themselves. That's where the wisdom is. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Why? Yes, it's gonna hurt. Let them feel it. That's where the wisdom comes. You know what I'm saying? It builds trust in your word and it also gives them wisdom. Let them also, but the hack is you get to learn and heal so much within yourself through the freedoms that you allow your children to have. Yeah? And so we're still here. We're not finished. I don't care how old you are. We're not finished. We're still in the game. And there's going to be shit that's going to come from you at 50, at 65, at 80. That's going to change this world. So if you're sitting there watching me and you're 30, 25 and you're already picking up, where's my walking stick? Where's the walking stick? Oh, my back. I'm getting too old. I don't have time for that. Hey, I'm seeing 30. I'm seeing people my age and I'm looking at them like, yo, why are you moving like that, bro? We just passed the halfway mark. Stand up. We just passed the halfway mark, bro. We like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, chill. Like, man was like acting like it's over. It's not over. We're just getting started. We're just learning shit about it. It took us 30 years. I'm trying to shorten that gap for my children. But when we're here, we're still here. So it's about keeping ourselves fertile, keeping ourselves receptive. And that's what the youngers are going to do for us. You know what I'm saying? Don't take this life too seriously. Don't take this world too seriously. In the spirit, it's serious. But don't take this world too serious. From you wake up and, you know where your love is at, you're good to go. But yeah, trust. There's things that's coming through you. And, 2024, I said it before, 2024, we're just entering the door of a new world, completely new world. And as millennials, we are primed to help with this pivot in the most righteous and wonderful direction, because we have an understanding of the old world and we're young enough to participate in the new one with wisdom. And so we have a profound positioning, and as the world changer generation, it's important that we need to keep our rhythms, man, that keep us young, keep us sexy, healthy and fit, so that we can have a fertile mind. Our mind can be fertile ground to channel what's coming through us, family. You see what I'm saying? Also, on a sex tip, if you're over 30, scratch that. If you're over 25, scratch that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm not like I'm not trying to protect these youngers, but like, look, if you're past 25, don't be out here doing a madness with your penis. You ain't got time for them to lose that kind of vital energy, especially when the world is sucking us dry right now. You have to come up with a new way of channeling that energy, because you just got old before time. You just got old. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Listen, if you're a teenager, get your nuts out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got to teach our youngers how to protect their vital energy, because you will start feeling it when you get to a certain age. Me, I'm glad I wasn't on a madness, because like, you know what I'm saying, I still feel the vitality. Yeah. But I'm saying that at this age, 30s and stuff, we need that energy. That energy is so important, man. Energy is very important for us not to clock out early, you know what I mean? And start, graying up and losing hair and, you know what I'm saying, having to resort to chemicals to suffice our life, Let me go to some questions before I duck out of here. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. Man like Benny said, don't take this world too seriously. In the spirit, it's serious. What do you mean? In the spirit, it's serious? Because respect. So what I mean by that is we're in a spiritual game. It's a spiritual war. Can't a young man make money anymore? You know what I'm saying? We're in a spiritual game. And the physical part, which is the world, isn't where it's where you come to play and learn and enjoy fundamentally what's going on in the spiritual game. The spiritual game, which represents a much more, a greater force, and that deals with our collective body. Now that's serious. You see what I'm saying? You're only one cell in the big body that we call God. That how we move that body, how that body is moved, and the lifetimes and the several rhythms that it's going to take to really bring about ma'at as a way of being. That's big. That's a lot. You get what I'm saying? And if you take this world too seriously, you just literally go mad, especially if your genuine intentions is to change shit. If your genuine intentions, I had to learn that, because I was just burning a fire, and it's like, hold on, how long am I expecting to live? You get what I'm saying? If I'm going to be here on this earth for as long as I feel like I'm going to be, then I need to like really produce a strategy that's actually enjoyable for me, because I'm going to burn myself out because of how serious I see life. I see life seriously and I can't help it. It's actually something I'm working my way out of, because I'm like, I'm here. Life is a serious thing. And why a lot of things don't bother me is because I spent while people was outside doing the most in their teenage years, I was doing the shit that people are doing in their 30s. I was doing that in my teens. All this stuff about worlds and, you know, government, the system, and, you know, shadow this and Illuminati and Anunnakis, and bruv, that was my whole teenage life. I'm in a different space now, because it's like when you put all that together and run it through a thing, you're like, oh, what does this mean? It means this. Because if you really, if after a while, when you really understand the levels to this world and the layers that this world has in terms of its dark, its evilness, its, you know, all the layers that are put. After a while, it's like, okay, what are you going to do about it? You can research all you want, which is good. You're just going to, you can have a brain wank after a while. It's a mental masturbation, which renders you unproductive and spiritually impotent. Because not only are you scared to manifest anything in this world, it's like, well, why should I? If the world is so bad, why should I take all my time to do anything great? If there's this overarching power that's constantly trying to put me down, which I can't escape anyway. If that's the truth, I'm not even saying it is. If that's the narrative that's put out there, then what's the point of doing anything? You see? Then you hit a wall and realize, oh, actually, I am the change. I am the thing that's different. You see? And then you go into a meditation on all the little things, the micro, the subatomic actions that you do that shift life. And that becomes so powerful. We talk about atomic bombs. Yes, we might be on the verge of XXX, YWW, whatever, World War this. Yeah? Family, you have a subatomic weapon, which is more powerful than atomic. It's the next power. You have a subatomic weapon. You have a subatomic weapon. That is your consciousness. That is the power of your metaphysical self. Metaphysical. That is the energy that supports your physical action. That means you have a subatomic power, which makes you more powerful than the physical world. So stop focusing on all the physical shit, right? And I don't mean neglect it. I mean, if you want, like, listen, all of us want a materially rich life. Materially abundant, materially harmonious life. Yeah? If you got a penis, you want it to work how it's supposed to work. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? If you got money, you want your money to do what money's supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? If you got legs, you want your legs to leg when it needs to leg. When it's legging time, you want the legs to be legging. Yes? So yes, we all want a materially rich world. And I'm saying to you, the most peaceful, harmonious, productive, heavenly, divine practice you could do is focusing on your subatomic power, which in real times looks at your micro thoughts, your micro actions, your micro rhythms that become the very thing that programs reality. Someone left their house and got shot. Someone left their house and got run over. You left your house and found money, found opportunity, found favor. That is a subatomic power that is following you. Do you get what I'm saying? On both sides. Paying attention to that changes what you experience in the physical world. We're always and I learned this, I promise you, for those of you who haven't, saying this might not be good for my business, you know what I'm saying? But it's just true. Africa doesn't remove you from that. I spent my life trying to run away physically from the things that were holding me captive. And I will say, honestly, it did a good service to me to do that, because I was able to put myself in different environments, different understandings, perspectives, narratives. But ultimately, family, all I was really doing, I weren't going nowhere. I was running through different patterns in the one simulation that allowed me to change myself subatomically. Which meant that the energy that's now my body's programmed for is channeling something different, which is more favorable to my nature, which is ma'at. I hope this makes sense. Put a flame if you're in the game, and if I'm chatting shit, put a doo-doo face. You get what I'm saying? And then a question behind it so I can add value to your misunderstanding. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but real talk, this is what I'm going. Let me look at some other questions. I was gifted Alexa, but been skeptical. Dear MIKEL, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we should do like agony aunt question. Hey, can we do that? Can we do like question? Can we do like agony aunt? Agony aunt, you know what I'm saying? What's the uncle version? I need random questions from anonymous people. You know what I'm saying? A friend of mine, you know what I'm saying? I need to set up something where you can send me in shit. And it'll be anonymous. Yeah? We're going to do that. That's funny. That's funny. Anyway, I was gifted Alexa, but being skeptical about using it. At this stage, perhaps, I'm being paranoid. Of course, I'm being paranoid. Old programming question, do you recommend allowing Alexa in as a personal assistant? Priestess Salvia. I want to know, if you don't mind, how old are you, Priestess Salvia? And you know why I'm asking? Is because I feel like I'm 35, so I feel like my generation are moving into that phase of that where our parents were, where it's like, we don't trust nothing. What is that mobile phone you have there? How that you talk to? No, me no want that dopey phone you give me. What is that Bluetooth? Oh, you send video to next video. No, me no want that. Infrared. Our name infrared. No, sir. Left that alone. Oh, you do? No, sir. Me no want that. Take that out to me yard. Take it out to me yard. A devil business. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we might be moving into that direction, low key, because we've been living this life a long time, you know, and in our favor, we've been beaten up. If you're 30 plus, we've been beaten up. You've been through school, flipping secondary school, college, and uni. You come out and most of you are still broke. Not by your own doing. You did everything right and shit. You're in debt. You know what I'm saying? We've been beaten up by life. World war, recession, COVID, rah, rah, rah. Also, if you're 30, we were raised on 90s R&B. Now, as much as we like to romanticize on how nice and beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Tell me what you want. We like to romanticize on 90s R&B. It also is a narrative on our head that's actually us up when it comes to our understanding of love. I would cite 90s R&B and hip hop as the primary advertisement for us wasting our seed, getting into toxic relationship and exercising with full chest toxic and degenerative practices that is now experiencing full manifestation in our family lives. So all of that to say, we've been beat up, and I'm sorry about that. You know, and from time to time, even me, I may say some shit that is very 1988 of me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I say all of that to say, don't be scared. Don't be scared, girl. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You ain't got nothing to be scared of. Yeah? Because in every generation, there's a new piece of technology that scares the shit out of the people that's been here for a long time. Yes? It scares the shit out of the people that's been here for a long time. And eventually, those same people, after the same amount of years, end up using the thing that they rejected in the first place. And you just need to do the history, right? And here's where things like ChatGPT, for example, come in. Just go on ChatGPT and just say, hey, people are scared of new technology. Yeah, you could talk to it. People are scared of new technology. Can you give me, I'm doing it right now. Can you give me 4 examples of, you get what I'm saying, right? Can you give me 4 examples of generations before and how they were afraid of technology? Again, this is just, look, I didn't even write it properly because I actually can't bother and my battery's dying. But you get what I'm saying, right? Look. Oh, look. See, now I'm going to look like see, when you see this on the edit, it's going to look like I just said this from my head. Yeah. Watch it. Look. Oh, no, wait. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Okay, this is funny. This is good. Hold on, wait. Now, can you, hold on. Wait. I'm doing something. This is fun. Okay, here it goes. Hopefully it works. All right, cool. Are you ready? Okay. Hold on. Let me put my phone here. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how we got here. I'm going to do this and it's going to go. Okay. Throughout history, yeah, new technologies have consistently sparked both excitement and fear among different generations. Join us as we explore pivotal moments with groundbreaking inventions triggered apprehension among the masses. Let's start with the printing press. In 15th century, Johannes Gutenberg revolutionized the way information was shared with the invention of the printing press. Now, however, this innovative leap was not met without skeptics. Many feared the unbridled spread of ideas and the potential erosion of established authorities. Let's go into the 19th century. Electricity. As electricity illuminated to the late 19th century, a new wave of fear swept through communities. People questioned the safety and the mysterious force that was expressing itself through electricity. Also, people were expressing concerns about electric shocks, fires, and the unpredictability of this newfound power source. Now, let us go over to the 20th century. No, Let's go over to the early 20th century where we're talking about automobiles. With the dawn of the automobile age in the early 20th century, society grappled with fears surrounding safety. Accidents were frequent and skepticism surrounding the ability of drivers to navigate these machines safely. Additionally, concerns arose about the impact on traditional transportation and rural lifestyles, etc., etc. Yeah? As we reflect on these historical moments, it becomes clear that fear of the unknown is a natural part of the technological advancement. Each generation grapples with uncertainties, but over time, education, regulation, and adaptation help usher in a new era of acceptance and integration. Embracing change is not just a challenge, but a testament to the resilience of humanity in the face of progress. Hold on. Join us on the journey through time as we explore the intersections of innovation and apprehension. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating insights into the fascinating world of technology. Now, I just became a tech influencer right before your very eyes. You guys. And so if that doesn't help you understand why you should be using Alexa and why Alexa's almost needs to catch up, because Alexa's even behind right now. I don't know how on it Alexa is right now, but she's being left in the dust with her shit. But my point is, every generation has this grappling fear of technology, and those same people end up using it and end up liking it. Just like we order food online, we watch Netflix, where we used to have to go Blockbusters and hide videotapes and do all kind of madness. Technology moves forward, family. It really can't take away the fundamentals. All technology does is just change the way you relate with yourself. When you understand yourself, who you are spiritually, then again, this outside world is just a game. It's all not real anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? It's all not real. For any of this shit to exist, they all have to adhere to the same spiritual laws, right? Case in point, lastly, hold on, I think we got some more questions. But my daughter said, I was talking to my daughter and someone left some fake plants in my house, right? And it's just been here, just chilling. So she was touching it. She's like, oh, it's a plant, daddy. And then he goes, but she goes, it looks weird. I was like, yeah, it's because it's fake. It's not from nature. I was like, it's not from nature. She goes, it's not? I was like, nah, it's not. Oops. Battery's dying. And I goes, it's not. And she goes, is it from Baba Asa? And I nearly said no. And I was like, oh, that's a deep question. Is it from Baba Asa? Of course it is. Baba Asa. So, can't find Baba Asa. Where is it? Asa is the Kemetic principle of universal consciousness, oneness. Nothing and no one can be against you. Asa is the number one spiritual law, which represents oneness. It is what we call the Most High, the Father. Now, she asks me, is this fake plant from Baba Asa? And I was about to confidently say, no, it's not. But that's lie. It's a lie. Yes, it's not from nature. It doesn't naturally come out. But the fact that it's even here means that it's from the Most High Creator. Because man has just fashioned aspects of the Most High into something that looks and like a plant. But it's still from the Most High. Nothing is not from that. You get it? So, again, that humbled me and it's like, hold on, even that, it's just a game. It's not going to do the same thing as the natural thing, but it does its own thing. It does its own thing. And that can be appreciated for what it does as its own thing. It's not there to replace, it's just there to shift the game and how you can play it. You see what I'm saying? All right, then. All right, cool. MIKEL, you're looking very well. Tell me more. Tell me more. All right, cool. MIKEL, you're looking very well, bro. I keep hearing about some shift that is going on to occur at some point during this year. Have you heard about this? I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Specifically, well, the shift it's been happening, and I've been talking about it. Guys, here's what I want you to do. 2 things before my phone dies. I'm about to also see some clients one-on-one. If any of you want one-on-one spiritual health coaching, hit the link in my bio, right? I'm doing offers right now for people who want to do one-on-one spiritual health coaching. Let me work with you one-on-one for the next 3 months, family, and develop your spiritual game. So if I don't get to your questions the way you like them, or as deep as you like them, consider one-on-one with me. Yeah, that is my work. Also, Monday is my art class in the evening. So if you want to go deeper, if you want to talk and interact live, hit the link in the bio, click spiritual game in the bio and join the class, family. Join the class. It's very, very, extremely, ridiculously affordable. But also, lastly, if you don't want to do none of that and you're a part of the people who want to ghost follow, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, I have friends that tell me, MIKEL, I follow you, but I don't like, meaning share or show themselves. And so if you're one of those people, if you want something to look at in the background and study of my content, type spiritual health with MIKEL as a hashtag, and you will see years of content dating back to 2018, 17 of me talking about these very things. The shift that you're talking about has been happening. It's constant. It's constant. It's constant. It's always going on, right? And so all we're doing now is we are in a very prime position to make best of the shift that's happening, to work alongside it. It's in our favor, regardless of how the world makes it look. This time is spiritually in our favor. We just need the rhythms that's going to allow us to channel everything that's already belongs to us through us into our physical experience. That's it. And it's just about rhythm. How do you program the body? Rhythm. Rhythm means repetition. Yes? Rhythm means repetition in trance, repeated in trance, rhythm. Yeah, that's it. And Cesarrojo is just an exercise to practice that in real life. That's it. But tonight we're going to go deeper. We've got more coming. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for your energy, your attention. And March is coming and the lives are going to be coming more frequent. I want to do, we're planning a Cesarrojo family, so look out for that. Also, we're planning some Cesarrojo. There's different experiences I want to give people in Cesarrojo. And one of them that we've been dealing with is the cultivation of self-love. That sexual energy, the rhythm and breath meditation is perfect for that, to feel your own essence as a resonant in your body, as a frequency, as a vibration. Is so profound and so beautiful, and it's something that we've been doing and I want to do with people more. Secondly, families. I want to do more family-based stuff as well. So yeah, we want to plan some Cesarrojo outdoors, for families. And yeah, holla at your boy. Bah, 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 rah, rah, rah. All right, cool. Peace in, love out. I see you tonight or whenever you're ready. Peace.